What up, YouTube Agent Persuasion here, my boy Slim.
You already know, in our beautiful
Media Center, you already know.
We're making it big, guys. And Blair, always Blair. Oh, you already, oh, baby.
And we're here with the top 64 dollars. What's your name and what you play, bro?
Hi guys, it's JARRET Zimmerman back again after Fort Worth and Nationals. Lost again in top 64. Is what it is. I keep losing to Goki in top 64, but it's always fun. I just played Sky Striker Trickster, Texas. That's just Sky Striker.
Get into it,
let's see, bro.
So pretty basic. 3-ray, Hornet bits at 1 now, so you need to see it as much as possible. As far as hand traps, then we went with 9, the 3 Ogre. Ogre's this card against Goki. As long as they don't have mid-breaker field, you hit the Summon Stork, you win. So just hope and pray that when you do go second, that you have this card in your hand. The 3 Ash. This card's basically the only hand trap that allows you to play around mid-breaker field, but it just sometimes doesn't do enough, in my understanding. It hit the Malicious, it gets there, but like Goki's still gonna make a crazy board on it. It's good to hit like critical engages though. Ash is Ash. Yeah. And then 3 Impertinents. Absolutely, this card's worth $100. There were so many times where I knocked off Floodgates. There was so much rogue in 200 YCS. We had like 2 Dracos, like Ultigeist, like they set like their Rival or Warlords, or like goes in matches. You just set this in the column. You wait a turn, you're sold out. Those decks aren't creating pressure, and you turn off that Floodgate, and then you just afterburners, just destroy them, and then you're off then from there. So it's not even the fact that hand trap, it's the freeze effect that makes this card like the best hand trap right now, and it's not going to be printed for a while. So as far as the spells, then we're into the triple engage, of course, triple widow anchor. This just creates pressure on your opponent, especially against like decks that put up big monsters like the True Dracos and the Mech Knights that you were playing out here. Just steal their monsters and just attack the game. Also against Goki, you just need those monsters to negate effects. Field spell, I did opt to play 3. Because Hornet Bit at 1 now, you need to make sure you see her as much as possible, and you need ways to send this to the graveyard, so you play the 2 multi-rolls. I was really debating about playing 3 or not, but you don't want to oversee this card as you don't want to oversee Field Spell. This card's just more important as this card. If this card doesn't get ogred and you're going for like max set 4, it's crazy, it's game. So it's Spellbook of Judgment, it's great, it's fantastic. The 1 Afterburners and the 1 Jamming Waves. After playing the event, honestly, I probably would play 2 Afterburners and not play Jamming Waves. There were times in the deck where I had this in there, but I wanted to get another Jamming Wave. Not Jamming Wave, another Afterburner, but I wanted to go Kagari to get engaged, to get the additional draw. But then I had to just like Kagari and get an Afterburner, so I couldn't get that additional draw. It doesn't really come up, because everything in the back row is now pretty much chainable, besides when you're playing against like mirror matches, when it's like a multi-roll set. And even then, it's still pretty situational. So, and it's a side-out card for the most part. The 1 Hornet Bit, rest in peace. Oh, great card. Awesome. This is the card that's fantastic for the mirror match. It's crazy how Goki's actually starting to play this now too, though, which I thought was pretty wild. But in terms like they start like widow anchoring you, try to like steal your monster for game. You're able to chain this, as well as against Goki, if it's your only one, like say you just have like a Shizutsu on your side of the field, you just chain this. They can't get rid of it, so they can't complete their U, and usually their board's lackluster because they just don't know what to complete with this. So definitely very underrated. Every Sky Striker build should be playing this card. Then we have the other Shark Cannon. This card's awesome if they put like a Nightmare Phoenix in graveyard, or like a Cerberus, like a Link 2, any Link 2 basically, because it just makes access to making Borlo Dragon so powerful. And this deck just, it's still Sky Striker, so it lacks to create that pressure. So I mean, Borlo gets there. As well in Mirror Match, it's a DD Crow to Ray, which is really powerful, or you can like take this and you get Kagari, and you get Kagari's effect, and then you add back Engage, and you're just plussing so hard on that situation. So fantastic. You also play this. Then triple Twin Twister. Actually, I got this idea from Slim over here from Mike. We were talking about with his Mech Knight build. He said his best card was Twin Twister. So I was really thinking about, I was like, I have to play Twin Twister. This card's so good against everything in the meta right now, except Goki. But like, I think it's 3 Gokis the entire tournament. But this card's so good against everything else. So like, you have to play it. So, I mean, every time against every other matchups, it just stops Floodgates. Against mirror matches, if you just set it and you like stop their multi-roll and they're like all prepped, they're gonna get it off. Discarding the spell card as well just adds to your fuel in the graveyard. Fantastic.
In the worst case scenario, I guess like it can come up. You can actually hit the mid-breaker field. It didn't happen for me, but it's one of the only ways to out it before they just lock you out. So,
before it's too late.
Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, it's like the only answer that your widow anchors are still active. And actually, that came up against my round 12. I played against Jesse Cotton, and that factor did come up to break his mid-breaker field.
Nice.
The Twin Twister in game 1. It's a side out, but still, it has some game 1 value against Goki. And then the 2 Foolish Burial Goods and the 1 Metal Foot Fusion, I opted to only play 2 because I didn't want to overdraw it. I didn't want to play Desires in the deck. You play too many 1-ofs, and I don't want to banish them, as well as just like, I usually like to play a grind game. I don't want to run out so I only have like 1 engage in deck, or I'm just like out of resources. Instead, I'd rather just set it up and then just play Fusion. Fusion by itself is pretty good in the deck because you can just multi-roll it away, draw 1, field spell, just draw 1. So it's an Upstart Goblin. Essentially, I feel like these 3 are Upstart Goblins. And because you are playing, of course, Upstart, so I think the deck's playing 4 Upstart Goblins when you're playing the Foolish Burial Goods and the Fusion, and very rarely you're going to open up double Foolish Burial Goods. Never happened to me the entire tournament, and I think the odds of that happening, it's definitely under like 6%. And then 2 Terraforming, so I want to play 5 field spells, rest in peace to the 3rd. And then double Max C, pretty much. If you just set this card against Goki, they really struggle to go off. I played against the guy who just won the UDS tournament, and he went off. I 3 hand trapped him in a game because I just had Ghost Spell, I had Ogre, and I had Ash, and it was just enough to go through on it. And the 1 reinforcements because I want to play 4 Rays. 40 cards, of course, yes. Side deck, I go over.
Truth.
There can only be 1.
That card is a truth.
So this card's fantastic. If you just have a Sky Striker card like a Kagari on your field, and they summon like 2 warriors, say they go like Junk Ford and summon like Armageddonite and Dump Malicious, so like, oh, this is sweet. It's all set up. You activate, there can only be one warrior. I'm not doing all that bullshit with the Isolde, the Summon Sorceress. It's gone. Also, a big factor, it's a continuous trap card. A lot of people were citing Hate Turn Trade against me, and if you can just flip this face up, they didn't have your old back or they're going to remove it. You do have this, and it's going to save you for that turn because you had it. So, fantastic, there can only be 1. It did do work. It was between this and Different Dimension Ground, but this has more value than 1 turn. I can't end games. It's why I don't play Draw and Lockbird. This card's going to put pressure for the entire duel. It's face up. I don't want to just draw people. Otherwise, why do I play Different Dimension Ground if I would not play draw? That doesn't make sense. Let's play a card that can control the game. It's a control deck. Triple Typhoon. This is for the Altergeist, the True Dracos, all the Floodgates. You want to hit that. So the Typhoon can activate from hand, hit the diagram as well. Double Mind Crush, more for Mirror Match and for Trick Stars. I did face 1, view it like double Licorice. It's very powerful. Also, when some people, like players, get greedy and they add Engage off Kagari, and then they go blue and they add another Engage because they're like, oh, I'm going to get double Engage off you. You Mind Crush, call it double Engage. It's over. Done. You're widow anchoring them when they go add another Engage. Just get out of here. Don't even try. 2 Heavy Storm Dusters. I wanted all the back row hate with the Sprint Twisters and Typhoons in this. I was not losing the Floodgates with even like the Pertimuses. Did not want to lose because I couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! And then the Spice. Triple DD Crow. Fantastic, this card. Against Kagari, when they target Engage, whatever they do, you just like, okay, DD Crow the Engage. Usually the very first spell they're trying to hit with Kagari is very critical. And if you can get rid of that, you have such a swing in the game. As well as just Rays are limited now against Mirror Match. It's very hard to actually just like, if you banish the Ray and they don't have a follow-up, they're usually not planning on losing their Link monster. So they don't have a follow-up to summon again. So you can just banish the Ray in Mirror Match and just gain advantage by they didn't get a Link monster and just keep pushing in for more damage. Also against Gokis, you side this in. And I like this because it can play around mid-breaker field and you hit their Malicious. You can hit like a Monster Reborn target. You can hit a Soul Charge target. I hit a Living Fossil target off a Shadow Mist. And then last 2, we play 2 Ghost Spells. This is against Goki. He just gets around mid-breaker field. Rematch Soul Charge. The same things that pretty much DD Crow does. Honestly, DD Crow outplayed Bell this tournament. So I just think it does more. It just puts more control onto it. 15 for the side then, of course. Extra deck, it's pretty standard besides 1 thing. I played the 1 Borsor Dragon, the 1 Cerberus, the 1 Mermaid, so when they give you Ib, there's a chance if in it you link you. The 1 Nigrisu, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Trisbania. This card's pretty good. I do like this a lot. The weird thing, I guess, the 3 Hayate. Every Sky Sugar build should be playing the Hayate for when you're going just like when you're blind, you have anything in graveyard, like to start off the game, and you're going like area 0, target Ray, send Ray to graveyard. Some people just go blue right away, but you should go Hayate, because if you get an engage or something in hand, you can activate the engage, then add it back, then go Kagari, compared to going blue, and then you don't get blue's effect if you get that Kagari. So, and you just don't want to like waste Hayate, because then you're down to 1 in the deck, and it comes up, and especially because of the attack directly factor and time, you want to have that resource there for you. So this was awesome to play, and of course the basic, 3 Kagari, the best, and 3 blue. And that'll be everything then for the deck.
Shout outs, brother.
Shout out to Wolfpack Gaming again. Shout out Mike on the Twin Twister idea. Honestly, it was just a different deck, but same thought process. We were just talking on chat about it the past few days. And of course, shout out to these guys, Persuasion, Mike, don't forget to subscribe to the channels, awesome content here. And it was a great event, ran by Konami, so many players, and the judges ran a great staff, so I can't complain at all. It was a fun event.
So man, congrats on that top 64, baby.
Thank you guys.
Awesome,
Take care, guys.
Awesome.
See you next time.
Gotcha.